Hey guys, Transforming Fan 5000 here. So normally I wouldn't just randomly set my phone down and shoot a video. Normally I would have a bit of a plan, I'd edit the video, and I would just... I'd like to think my channel's a bit more professional than this, but I just want to say a quick message, and it's the fact that I am finally getting around to editing a lot of expanded universe stories. Now, End of Days has hit, I believe it's 4,400 views. I'll just check right now, but I believe it's 4,400 views on YouTube. Now, that support is... wow. That has blown me away. Besides the Christmas specials that I upload like every year, this has been the best reception I've ever had on like a stop motion, my expanded universe, in my cinematic universe rather. And just checking it right now, it's got 4,533 views. Amazing. It's taken 2 years to make that, and for it to have the reception it's had, and for everyone to enjoy it, it's... I can't describe what it means, because when you put that much effort into something, it's... wow, blows you away. And since then, I have been uploading like some videos about figures, just to keep you guys entertained. Like my animated haul. I'm looking at my screen right now. My animated haul, the video suggestion by Eli, figures close to my Spark, and the top 5 Transformers I've always wanted but I never got. And those have actually got all over 100 views each. 2 of them's around 140 views and one of them's 120, and that is incredible. Normally it'd be like 50 views, but I believe because of End of Days, people are supporting me more and watching my other videos, which shows that other people are interested in those other little videos as well that I do. So it's amazing. Now, the main reason for this video is because about 1.5 2 years ago, I set out to make certain expanded universe stories, such as training exercises. If you remember, I actually did a behind the scenes video of me making the set and showing some behind the scenes 2 years ago. Okay, I'm clicking on the video right now. Behind the scenes 2 years ago, March 2019, the 23rd of March 2019. So over 2.5 years ago. And I still haven't actually uploaded that episode. In fact, I've not even finished it. There's other expanded universe stories, such as the Velostronian Cup, which I've also filmed, but I haven't edited. And there are other stories that I haven't filmed, but I've added to, like... I've scripted, and I kept going back, changing little things, such as We Are Here, We Are Waiting, Space Chase, The Poet, a lot of them. And since then, I've thought of new ideas to do as well. Now, my plan for the End of Days was do part 1, and because part 1 took about 2 years, 3 years to make, I didn't think it was healthy for me to jump into part 2. I needed time for my brain to recover. Because doing stop motion every single day, from the moment when you wake up to the moment you go to bed, isn't healthy. And I feel like doing expanded universe stories between part 1 and 2 will give me a chance to really go at my own pace, relax a little bit, learn new skills, get a lot more of my cinematic universe stories out there, build more of the universe, and yeah. But the thing is, with the Velostronian Cup and training exercise, because that was done 2-3 years ago, and they're still not out, the voice actors are probably thinking, where is this? And I have spoke to those voice actors, but they're probably thinking, where are these stories? And I just want to kind of talk about my logic with what was going through my head. Why aren't they out? And when I did do the End of Days, I've said this before, and with every project, especially at the end of days, I've learned a lot about myself and my workflow and my work style. And I learned a lot of that in End of Days Part 1. Because what happened with the End of Days is I knew it was going to be a big project, but I underestimated it. At the same time of overestimating it. I knew how big it was going to be, but I thought in a certain time frame I could get it done, and I didn't. And I kept setting myself time frames to finish it, and I failed each one. Because what my logic was film training exercises, Velocity Cup, and while I'm doing End of Days, I can do the Expanded Universe stories. During that time, I thought, okay, I'm going to ignore my Expanded Universe stories for now, put them on hold. I was halfway through training exercises. I'd filmed Velocity Cup, so I thought, get End of Days done. Get End of Days done, and then focus on Expanded Universe stories. And I kept going on End of Days, and I said, okay, End of Days is going to take 3 months to make. I'll do that, and then I'll get on the Expanded Universe. 3 months went by, and in my head I'm thinking, okay, just another month or two, and then I'll get the Expanded Universe stories. Month or two, still not finished. 6 months went by, another 6 months went by. It was like that, and I had to mentally justify what project I want to do. The big one or the 2 small ones, and I just thought I'll go for the big one, because for me, I would feel better getting the big one off my shoulders. It's like if you have like 100-kilogram backpack and you've got End of Days being a 95-kilogram, and you've got Velocity Training Cup this side and training exercises this side, 2.5-kilogram each. My logic was get the big rucksack End of Days 95-kilogram off, and I'll just deal with the other 2 later, rather than just knocking them both off and still having the heavy one on my back. Actually, that's a good explanation, I think. I feel like that's a good explanation, but that was my logic. I want to get the big one done first. And, since doing End of Days, I've learned so much about myself, my workflow, editing. I'm pretty much self-taught, really. I do look at tutorials and stuff, but I've never saw teaching. I've never gone to college for editing or anything like that. I've done everything myself. So I have learned a lot with End of Days. And with this, I like to think that the Expanded Universe stories now will be complete to a higher standard than they would 3 years ago. So training exercises is going to be the next Expanded Universe to be released. Then it might be Magnus. Then it's probably going to be Velocity Cup, and I'll see where I go from there. There's many others. There's the Poet. There's We Are Here, We Are Waiting. There's Space Chase. What else is there? There's Arrival. Yeah, but Arrival to Earth, but I'm not doing that one yet. There's I forget. There's quite a few. For the rest of the year, you're probably going to think, when's the End of Days Part 2 coming out? Part 1 was great. When is Part 2 coming out? Part 2, Part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're all scripted. They were done ages ago. But I probably won't do Part 2 for another 6 months. Mentally, I'm not ready to go into that sort of I'm not ready to take on that sort of big project yet. Part 2 is probably as big as Part 1, but there's less green screen, so it's it's less editing. Part 3 is it's decently sized, but it's not as big as Part 2. Part 4 is manageable. Part 5 is quite good. Part 5 is going to be nice to film. Part 6 is going to be probably a big one as well. So I don't want to pushed myself into part 2 yet. And the reason why I'm explaining this is because I don't want to just kind of give an explanation of, yeah, I'm going to do it, at the end of the year. I'm not doing it yet. I don't want to give that explanation. I want to really kind of say to you guys, okay, this is the reason why I'm not doing part 2 yet. This is the reason why I'm doing the Expanded Universe stories. And the reason, again, behind that is so I can get better at editing with the Expanded Universe stories. Every project I learn more about myself, my workflow, my work balance and stuff like that, and editing skills. I learn more. So part 2 in the future will be better because of me doing Expanded Universes right now. And I really do think this is the right move for me and for my YouTube audience. And that's because you'll be getting more content regularly rather than big projects every now and then. For example, End of Days Part 1, the Halloween special 2018, 2019, 2020, and the Christmas specials. Rather than getting a big project every 4 or 5 months, you'll be getting Expanded Universes every month, maybe every 3 weeks. Depending on, obviously the size of the story, depending on what I have to do for that story. So, yeah. Again, Training Exercises, Velocity Training Cup, they were filmed 2-3 years ago, and the reason why I haven't got, done them is because of, like I said, End of Days. I kept putting it off, I kept wanting to get End of Days done, and I was never going to give up on Training Exercises. I'm not going to give up at all, but I just wanted the big project done first, and now it's done. I've learnt more, and I can make these current Expanded Universe stories better. I'm going to use the original footage that I did. I'm not going to refilm anything, but there will be more coming, and for the rest of the year, you're going to be getting Expanded Universe stories, and these are going to range from very quick stories, maybe 2 to 5 minutes in length, to medium stories, which are maybe 10-15 minutes long. There will be some larger stories, like the Halloween special 2018, which were about 40 minutes long. There will be like half-an-hour episodes as well. But what I think I will do is knock them down in blocks, so I'll get all the short ones done, all the medium ones done, all the longer ones done. And that way you get more content, you can view more rather than watching the same ones again and again and waiting for the new ones. You can see new content more regularly. It will build to the universe, it'll start linking my Expanded Universe stories together, because the way my Expanded Universe is, it's this big complex, and right now you're only seeing little things, whereas doing the Expanded Universe story, you're going to be making connections here, there, and everywhere. And it's going to be more content, it's going to be new content, fresh content, and I'm very excited. There's going to be more voice acting opportunities. There will be casting calls up in the future. Not yet, but there will be in the future, so keep an eye out. But yeah, I feel like this is the right move. When I do start filming End of Days Part 2, or when I do think, okay, it's time to do End of Days Part 2, I will make a video following up. But I wanted to make this video because I really kind of want to just say, I've not given up on projects. I've not kind of had projects 3 years ago and said, hey, this is coming out, and 3 years later it's not come out. It's not because I've given up, it's just because I wanted to focus on the big project first. And I really hope that, makes sense. I hope my rationalizing is, understandable. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the future, and I hope you all understand. I hope you can all appreciate it, and I hope you all agree. If you do agree or disagree with my choices, please feel free to let me know in the comments, because you might suggest something that I haven't thought of. So if you want to suggest something, please go ahead. And just again, looking at my screen, there is a cinematic playlist that I can link in the description below. And I believe it's got 10 videos on it. Let me check. 10 videos. Yeah, there's 10 videos in my Cinematic Universe playlist right now. I'm going to read them out, and I'm going to explain in a minute. There's the Accursed Gateway that me and Harrison collaborated on. There's Head Start, there's Dark Science, Twins, Dawn of Corruption Part 1, 2 and 3, Trans-Scanning, 1518 Days Without an Accident, and The End of Days Part 1. So with me focusing more on Expand Universe, this is going to go from 10 to 20, 25, maybe 30 videos. And again, you're going to be making links everywhere. Like I've got right now, I will explain to you what I see this playlist becoming. We've got stories before the Accursed Gateway. We've got stories that link to Head Start, before and after. We've got the first Stand of the Record, which is after Twins. We've got a new Recruit episode that fits between Part 1 and 2 of Dawn of Corruption. We've got a one-shot, well, not one-shot, it's an Expand Universe technically. We've got an Expand Universe between Part 2 and 3 of Dawn of Corruption. Or I guess you could say it fits inside of Dawn of Corruption Part 3. We've got an Expand Universe training exercises, what fits between 1518 Days Without an Accident and The End of Days. So that's kind of what I envision. It's going to be just a massive playlist of my full universe. So I'm excited. I appreciate I've talked for 16 minutes, but I really wanted to explain myself and my reasonings rather than just, again, either making a quick post or making a quick 2-minute video saying, yeah, they're coming, don't worry about it. Yeah, look forward to them. You know, I didn't want to make that video. I wanted to make a video like this, really explaining my reasoning and my thoughts and what is coming. So I hope you're excited. Again, I'm excited. I appreciate you stuck with me. And I guess that's all I have to say. I don't think I have anything else to say that I can think of. So I'm going to end the video here. If you have any questions, suggestions, thoughts, comments or anything, obviously comment below, let me know. Please like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Follow me on Instagram at TFM5000. And again, I think that's everything I've got to say. Other than just, again, thank you for the support on End of Days, Part 1. That is amazing. I don't know why I keep clapping my hands together like this, but it's amazing, honestly. Appreciate it more than you guys know. And keep the video going up in views. So please stay tuned for more. Stay tuned for the Expanded Universe is coming. And till all are one. Have a great day and see you guys later.